and welcome to Creative Moments by G. This is Georgia and I'm so happy you could stop by. Today we are continuing our series of our painted poppies. You know, everybody is loving this and for good reason. It is so beautiful. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started making a really pretty card that you can make fast. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is you need to get a base card, right? And our base card is 8.5 by 5.5 and score it at 4 1/4. And now what we've used is our designer series paper, our Poppy designer series paper. Isn't that lovely? And that's what we're doing for the cover of our card. Now, on our first mat, we cut this, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. You know how sometimes you put a different mat? Maybe you cut your first mat, and then you put another one. Well, you don't want to cover up this beautiful paper, right? It's too pretty. So we went ahead and we took our 12 by 12 paper, and we were able to get 4 pieces of this size of paper out of it, and then you end up with some strips. But we can use those later. I'm going to show you how to use those. So let's go ahead and glue down our piece of cardstock, our piece of designer series paper. So I'm going to use my silicone mat so as not to get any on my tabletop, right? Oh, and look at that lovely paper on the other side. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty too. And we are going to make a landscape card. So what you want to make sure and do is, let's see, line that up so you have the same margin on either side. But because this opens landscape, right, you want to make sure that your poppies are going the right way. So that's when you cut your paper on the 12 by 12, the designer series, you really want to take that into consideration because that does determine how you're going to cut your paper. So we have this. Now let me show you something else that we use. We use the die cut that you can get with this series, and it's called Painted Labels Dies. And we fell in love with this particular die. So what I did is I spent just a few minutes and I cut out a bunch of samples of these so that they're ready to go. Whenever I decide I need a card, I have just all different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and use this red one, and then I just used a circle punch, and I used the sentiments from this, the peaceful moments, and just put it in the middle of the circle punch. And of course I set it up on dimensionals, right, because I love dimensionals. So go ahead and cut a bunch of these out so that you have them. And we're going to set this one up on dimensionals too. So we're just going to take a couple dimensionals. Let's see. And put one there. One over here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put one at opposite ends, right? Just so that we have enough height. So here we have that. So we're just going to center it right in the center. You know, it's a very simple design, but it really sends a message. Just something quick and easy that you can have and ready to go when you need to send out that really special thank you, right? So now what are we going to put on the inside? Well, let me see. We did thank you. So let's look at these sentiments. Thank you. Thinking of you with all my heart. Life is better with a friend like you. I think that one would be excellent. So let's go ahead and open that up. And I think here we go. So we're going to go ahead and just put this right here. I think that's the perfect sentiment, right? So I'm just going to take a piece of scrap paper, put it down, and you know what? I think I'm going to use real red. So let me get out my real red because this is a bright color. And you just press it. What's so nice about these stamp sets is you don't have to pound it. You just press it, and let's just test it and see. And you just hold it for a little while because you want to make sure and get all the ink off that stamp. Look at that. That is perfect. So we're going to open this up. I'm going to re-ink it. Get some more ink. And you know what? I think I'm going to put it right at the bottom. And just hold it for good contact. And there we have it. Look at that. Quick, right? So long as you have this mat cut, and there's no reason not to cut that 12 by 12 designer series paper, right? I know we want to hoard it and we want to keep it. You need to cut it, and you need to just keep it. Create some little holder. What I've done is I've created this wonderful little holder, and I just created this title page, and I even put something on the side to give me the coordinating colors. And I keep them all the papers that I cut, I just put them right in there, so I have it ready to go. So we've created this very quickly, right? But now we're going to move on to the envelope. And I think for the envelope, we are going to use our real red, and we are just going to stamp right here on the flap, right? Now you need to put a piece of paper under it so that it doesn't go everywhere, because this little piece is very small on our particular card. So we're just going to stamp right there. Hold it down. Oh, isn't that lovely? Just going to put it right there. Some more flowers. And we're going to move it over just a little bit and get a few more flowers. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So we have this, right? But you know, one more little touch, I think, would be really nice. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a tiny little border right here. And guess what? You have seen, and I'm sure you've heard of the new little mini cutter that Stampin' Up! Has. And it is perfect for cutting little slivers. So we're just going to put this in here. We're going to line it up. And then we're going to hold down on this plastic and chop. Look at that. The smallest of slivers, right? So we are going to put this right on the very top. And I'm just going to use a glue pen to give us some coverage on this little teeny sliver. And just put it down right there. You know what's so great about this baby chopper? Can you guess? You never have to buy blades. Isn't that right? It's a guillotine. So you just use that. You never have to buy blades. Wonderful. And you know what? Well, I'll tell you something about it as soon as we finish this card. So look at this card. Very quickly, we made thank you. We just added that little border. Life is better with a friend like you. We added a special little touch for the envelope. Don't you love that? Now let me show you another one that I made earlier. I did this one in purple, but I went ahead and I used, once again, the Poppy DSP paper. Isn't that beautiful? Happy birthday. Wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. See, we put that little border, just a little special touch, right? We just love this card. It is so pretty and so quick to make. Well, I said I was going to tell you a little something about this chopper, right? The only way to get this is to join Stampin' Up! So I hope that you hurry on over to our website, creativemomentsbyg.com, and you join our Sunflower Stampers. We would love to have you on our team. And if you don't want to join, just be a customer. We love our customers too. Thank you so much for stopping by today and learning how to make a super quick thank you card. I think you're really going to like making this. Go out and have a fantastic day. We'll see you in the next video. Be creative in your crafting.